In this video, we're going to take a look at the reduction reactions of alkynes and alkenes. So remember, alkenes and alkynes are unsaturated hydrocarbons. So that means that they have either a double or they have a triple bond. And anytime we have an unsaturated compound, we can reduce it by adding hydrogen to that multiple bond. So for example, if we have an alkyne, we've got this triple bond here. If we react it with 1 mole of hydrogen gas, what's going to happen, and maybe we'll highlight this here, is one of the hydrogens will add to one of the carbons, the other hydrogen will add to the other carbon, and one of those multiple bonds is going to be broken. So we are creating then a hydrogen added on either side of the multiple bond, and in this case an alkyne goes down to an alkene. Now, if we were to do this reaction with an alkyne in excess hydrogen, so having at least 2 moles of hydrogen for every 1 mole of alkyne, we can get it to go all the way down to an alkane. So this is essentially, we would add a hydrogen here and here and break one of those bonds, and then we'd add another hydrogen here and here and break the other bond. So we'd end up with a single bond and all of the carbons fully satisfied with hydrogens. Both of these reactions do require catalysts, and depending on which reaction we're doing, they actually require different catalysts. To go from an alkyne to an alkene, it requires a deactivated palladium catalyst, or palladium solid as a catalyst. If we want to go from an alkyne to an alkane, we not only require this excess hydrogen, but we also require a transition metal catalyst. So something like solid nickel is a great catalyst, or solid platinum is a great catalyst. Both reactions do result in a decrease in the degree of unsaturation, so something worthwhile to remember. Now, similar to alkynes, we can also reduce alkenes. So kind of looks like maybe the second step of the alkyne to alkane process. So an alkene can be reduced with hydrogen gas down to an alkane. So essentially, one of the hydrogens here will get added to one carbon, the other hydrogen to the other carbon, and then one of these bonds is broken to create the single bond, and the hydrogen's added here. Similar to the previous reaction of going from an alkyne to an alkane, this also requires a transition metal catalyst. So something like solid nickel or solid platinum are great catalysts here. Again, we're reducing the degree of unsaturation in this particular reaction. So those are our reduction reactions of alkynes and alkenes down to alkenes and alkanes. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.